Chapter 8, Evolution under Starlight. The night after the battle with the yokai Lucario was restless. Cage lay in his sleeping bag, staring up at the stars beyond the thin tent canvas, replaying every second of the fight in his head. Piplup slept curled against his side, chest rising and falling with each determined breath. The field was quiet now, but every sound made Cage's heart jump. He wondered if Ma and his monsters would haunt his dreams forever. But as dawn broke, painting the sky with streaks of pink and gold, something inside him shifted. He sat up, brushing the dew from his hair, and found Yoru already awake, sitting by the fire with Turtwig on his lap. The little Pokemon's shell gleamed in the first light, and Yoru looked years younger, his eyes soft with pride. "Couldn't sleep?" Yoru asked. Cage shook his head, rubbing his eyes. "I kept thinking about Lucario. How do we fight something like that?" Yoru stirred the embers. "The same way we fight anything, Cage. Together. We get stronger. We learn. We don't give up." Cage looked at Piplup, who blinked sleepily, then puffed up his chest as if to say, "I'm not afraid." Cage smiled, feeling a strange surge of hope. They spent the day traveling north, following the winding path toward Orabug City. The landscape shifted again, forests giving way to rocky hills, then to the broad, open grasslands that swept out under the endless Sinnoh sky. Wild Pokemon darted through the tall grass, Shinx, Budew, the occasional Ponyta. Cage and Yoru trained with their partners every chance they got, battling friendly trainers on the road, tackling wild Pokemon, and learning new moves. Each win made Cage feel a little braver, a little stronger. Piplup's bubble beam sparkled in the sun, more powerful than ever. Turtwig's razor leaf flew sharp and true, cutting through even the thickest branches. But it was more than just strength, it was trust. Cage and Piplup moved as one, learning to read each other's thoughts. Yoru and Turtwig were the same partners, friends, family. As dusk fell, they made camp by a clear, cold stream. Cage washed his face in the water, watching Piplup chase after Magikarp in the shallows. Yoru whittled a piece of driftwood, humming a tune from home. The world felt peaceful, if only for a moment. Then, as they ate dinner, something changed. Piplup waddled over, eyes bright, and nudged Cage's leg. Turtwig was next to Yoru, leaves trembling with energy. Cage reached out, and his hand tingled with static as he touched Piplup's head. A strange light began to glow around the little Pokemon, soft at first, then blazing, filling the camp with blue-white brilliance. Yoru gasped as Turtwig, too, began to glow, bathed in vibrant green light. The evolution had begun. Cage's heart pounded as he knelt beside Piplup. "You can do this," he whispered. "I'm right here." Piplup chirped, the sound echoing with power, and the light grew blinding. Cage shielded his eyes as Piplup's shape stretched and shifted, growing taller, sleeker, the beak sharpening, flippers lengthening. When the glow faded, an elegant Prinplup stood before him, proud and regal, its chest marked with a golden crown. "Prin, Plup," it called, voice ringing with new strength. At Yoru's side, the green light faded to reveal Grotle, larger and sturdier than Turtwig, with a shell sprouting tufts of thick grass. Grotle's eyes shone with steady courage. Yoru grinned, hugging Grotle's neck. "Well done, old friend." Cage threw his arms around Prinplup, laughing with relief and awe. "You did it? You're amazing." Prinplup nuzzled him, feathers cool and smooth, pride glowing in its eyes. For a moment, everything else faded: the danger, the darkness, the fear. There was only this, the bond between trainer and Pokemon, the miracle of growth, the promise of tomorrow. But as the excitement settled, Yoru's smile faded. "This means Teemo and I will come after us even harder. We're a threat now." Cage nodded, determination hardening inside him. "Let them come. We'll be ready." That night, As the stars wheeled overhead, Cage sat beside the fire, sketching Prinplup in his notebook. Yora polished Grodel's shell, murmuring encouragement. The world was still dangerous, Teemo and I's shadow still looming, but their hearts were steady. Their Pokémon had changed, and so had they. As Cage drifted off to sleep, he dreamed not of masks or monsters, but of light shining through the darkness, growing stronger with every step. They would face Ma and Teemo and I. They would fight for Sinnoh, for each other, for every Pokémon in danger. And they would not back down.